Good day, viewers. I am Ankur Dhiman and welcoming you to my channel CADX Machines. And I am continuing the video series on sheet metal part design in SolidWorks. So, this is a part of that video series. And if you haven't seen and want to gain more knowledge, in-depth knowledge in the sheet metal domain, then I will recommend you please go and watch that video series. I am attaching link in the description and I button. So today's video's agenda is to model this part in the SolidWorks window, and this is going to be the first part design video for a beginner and intermediate level. I will get you through the step-by-step design process in the sheet metal uh, tab in SolidWorks. And here, let's discuss this design first. This flange length is 15 and height is 25, and the width of that channel is 45. This kind of sheet metal components are very commonly used in the industry. And start with a new part. So first time when you open the SolidWorks, you will see this kind of window in front of you. And for creating the new part, you will have to go either in the file and under new, or you can directly click on that file icon and select the part and click OK. That process you will find easy, and after completing that process, the second window will be opening, which is the part design window of SolidWorks. Here you will find the design tree of that particular part. In the top section you will find the part name and history folder. Under below that, sensor folder, and below sensors, annotations, materials folder, and below material you will find front planes, top plane, and right plane. By default they are hidden. You can also unhide them. Just click and hold a bit and click on that show icon. Click and click on show. Click and this click show on this tab, and now all the planes are shown. And first step of creating the part is to set up the units inside the SolidWorks. So do remember to check the units while working in the SolidWorks. So I frequently check. This is a safety net. And to check the units, you will have to come to the bottom right portion and click on this rectangular tab, and you will find the various kind of units. MKS, meter kilogram second; CGS is for centimeter gram second; mmgs is for millimeter gram second; and IPS is for inch pound and second. And from there I will click choose mmgs. It is already selected, and if I click CGS, the unit will be CGS. Then again set them mm. Yes, so my units of measurement is mm, gs, millimeters, grams, and second. So I will start from the top plane and click the top plane in this graphical window area, or from the tree also. Click on top plane and click on sketch, and you will find this another window open. This is the sketch interface, and under sketch tab you will find the first icon is exit sketch. This will be used after completing your whole sketch. And second ribbon is smart dimension ribbon, where dimensioning related work will be done. I will show you step by step how to proceed from left hand side to the right hand side. So without wasting much time, Let's start with the rectangle. Click on rectangle, give it a center point and drag. Now go to the smart dimension, click, and from click first line and second line of the rectangle and drag up and leave the click. Give the dimensions. This is 150 equal to length of our part, and width of that part is 45. First line, second line, give it 45, drag out, give it a dimension of 45. Now click green tick and click on this green tick. Now the sketch is black, and that means the sketch is fully defined and it is ready for the build-up of the features inside the SolidWorks. Now click on exit sketch. You can just click over here in the right uh, top portion either, or you can click on this top left portion exit sketch, and you will come out of the sketch. Now first feature I will give is the base flange. Base flange is the basically starting base of any sheet metal part. So now uh, after clicking base flange, you will have to select the sketch. So I have selected my just drawn sketch. Now set the parameters here. Give it a thickness. I will give it 1 mm. Now you can also change the direction. Now you will be able to see the part is formed below the sketch, and if you click on reverse direction, the part will be formed above the sketch. And here set a K factor value. I will leave it 0.45. Auto relief just rectangular and click OK. Now the base has been created, and for creating the vertical walls I will use the edge flange feature. And edge flange features need the edges on which you want to create the vertical wall. I have created first edge and now select the second edge. Now see, all the two edges has been selected and vertical walls created in the preview area. Now use default radius. I don't want to use default radius. That's why I have untick that option. Now I will give my own values for radius. I will be giving 1.5 as the radius, and angle is 90 degree. I will leave it to 90, and flange height is 25. I will also leave it because it is the same height. And this is the method of measurement. In this case, the measurements has been taken from intersection of this vertical line and this bottom vertical line. And in the second case, the intersection is the inside edges, inside lines, and this one is the outer dimensions, means the tangent to that it will draw a tangent and measure from there. In our case, this and this will result the same values because the angle is 90 degree. The tangent will be horizontal and measuring from this point. So I will now click green tick. Now see, this channel has been created, and for adding the horizontal walls I will again go to the edge flange, click on the edge, inside or outer doesn't matter, and on other side also give it a dimension of flange length of 15 millimeter, and leave other parameters. Sorry, it is 15. Now hit OK, green tick. Now see, this part has been created with the given dimensions, and in the next step you can also create the flat pattern by going in the flatten ribbon. This is the flatten command, and if you just click, it will create the flat pattern and also show the bending lines of the flatten. These 1, 2, 3, 4 are the bending line. This dotted line means it is bending direction in the downside, and this continuous line means bending direction in the upside. So now you can also measure the flat length from here. Just click on that edge, and in the bottom right portion, length is 115.96. So this length is the length of the flat pattern. And again, click on this icon, you will see the component as it is. So that's it in this video. I will stop here, and I want you to stay tuned and watch my videos regularly. In the next video, I will go in the detailed uh, process of drawing creation inside SolidWorks, how the drawings of a sheet metal part is created accurately inside the SolidWorks drawings. Till then, keep watching my channel, and if you like my content, then please consider subscribing, because I get motivated from your subscription. Please subscribe and watch regularly. Thank you. I will see you in the next video.